Hey there, littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty. It is Wednesday. I thought for sure all day it was Tuesday, so thank you so much for keeping me on track by having a scheduled show with me. I appreciate it. Just a heads up, we want to let you guys know there is a bitrate issue going on with the show, it looks like. I don't think it's a huge issue. I don't seem to be having much of a problem. If you're having a problem, just letting you guys know, normally we've got it set at like 8,000 and it's, well, actually right now it's coming in at 7,000, so it looks a little bit better now. We'll see what happens. This is a whole lot of mumbo jumbo that I don't personally know that much about because that's what TK does. He's my, how do I put this? He is the man behind the curtain, I guess, right? Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Yeah, so, but there's a warning that came up, so here we are. Hello to everyone. I just want to welcome all of our new viewers over from Alt-Knits, or Alt-Knots rather. Sorry about that, Kayla. Thank you so much for heading over and saying hello to us. That's so wonderful. We're thrilled to have you here. Once again, if you haven't checked out Alt-Knots yet, please, please, please head over to her YouTube channel, push the subscribe button, and catch one of their shows because it's amazing. And it looks like we have a lot of new people, so I'm going to go over the whole entire, well, not everything. If I go over everything, then we'll spend 2 hours with me just talking about that, and then we'll be done. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to knit a little bit. I'm going to curse a little bit. We're going to play some games every half hour or so. So if you're a subscriber and you can chat with us, then you are eligible. And I might or might not show off the last 2 colorways for our Toil and Trouble box set. But of course I'm going to tease the other colorways for a little while first because I love to torture people. Hello Jesse, hello Kelly, hello Bubbles. There's so many people in here. Rochelle, hello, hello. You're new here. You know what? Let's give some confetti to all of our new friends. Welcome to the BK family. We're thrilled you're here with us. Okay, so I'm just going to go into it because we have all those other colorways to look at. So let's check these out real quickly. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, we have a box. We do a box set every 2 years, or twice every 2 years, or wow, twice a year. Words, BK, words. And this is our Halloween inspired box set. It's the fall one that we do. And it's the Toil and Trouble box set. It's based off of pop culture witches, basically. And these are the colorways that we have already shown off to you guys. I've got names for them though, so I thought maybe I would go over that with you. So we've decided on our Sanderson Sister inspired yarn. By the way, these are all fingering weight yarn, just so you're aware. That it's going to be called Come We Fly. And you can get that, obviously, in our basic yarn for the basic witch set, or you can get the kitty glitter version in the extra witch set, and it's so delicious, you guys. They both are. I kind of want to, like, just dye up 10 more skeins of this personally for myself to make a sweater out of. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hi, JB. How are you doing tonight? It's so good to see you. Okay, so this is Come We Fly. I really wanted to call it Book, but, you know, it's not just a Winifred color, so we went with that. I know, it's so delicious, Bubbles. I feel you on that one. Now I have to look at my cheat sheet here. Our Kiki yarn, this is inspired by Kiki's delivery service because we wanted to have more of a sweet and almost innocent witch in there as well. The witches come in all shapes and sizes, right? This is called Fly With Our Spirit. TK and I had a few options for this. Most of the wonderful things that are said in Kiki's delivery service are full sentences. And our tabs are very tiny. There's not enough room on there for full freaking sentences. So we really liked Fly With Our Spirit, and I thought it kind of fit the vibe. There it is. You've got these lovely reds and blues. This is available for the extra witch set as well in kitty glitter. I just don't have a skein of it right now for you guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, JB, I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick. That sucks. Bobby, my bird, says hello. Hello, Marie's bird, Bobby. That's a lot for me to say at once. What kind of bird is it? I'm so curious now. It's Bobby's bedtime. Well, I'm glad that you stopped by to say hello. Happy Wednesday, Laura. How are you? Then we have this color right here, which was my favorite color until I did the Sanderson Sister colorway. And this is called, what did we name this one? Maximum Results. This is inspired by the Grand High Witch from The Witches. The 1993 version, I think is when it came out. And so it's based completely on Angelic Houston's cloak. And when I was rewatching that scene where she's in the room talking to all the other witches, like it's dead on. I did a little bit of a happy dance. It was very cute. Hello, Samantha. How are you tonight? Connie, it's so good to see you again. Thank you, Winter. I really love this colorway. It's got this lovely, we have a ton of purples, by the way, over at our shop. Like so many purples, I don't even know what to tell you about it. But this is a whole different shade of purple that I didn't know I could produce, and now I'm in love with it. Which is funny because I didn't used to like purples that much, but I really dig them. And then there's some black in there. We don't generally do black yarn because I think that it is evil to try to knit or crochet with. You can't see your stitches, but this was too good not to do. And then of course here it is in the kitty glitter version. Very, very sparkly. And then we have our final one that I've shown off, and this is our Endora inspired yarn. And it is called, oh my gosh, I don't have that one here. What did we name this one? TK's gonna have to remind me on this. Crud. Well, I'll get the name of that because I don't have that on my cheat sheet. But this is based off Endora from Bewitched. It is the most pastel of all of the colorways that we have in this set, and it's only available in kitty glitter. So even if you get a basic witch set, you will get the Endora colorway. in the kitty litter base. Thank you. I couldn't remember it. We named it Durwood's Bane. There were like 3 or 4 different names that we had come up for all of these, and so figuring out which ones we went with and which ones we didn't was very confusing. At least from my poor little brain. I shouldn't call it little. It's just a whole lot of ADHD. I think I did that with the 8-bit box set, actually. There was, like, I think the Kirby colorway. I called it something else for like 2 or 3 days that we hadn't decided to name it. It was a whole hot mess. Request a minty green, right? I do purple so well. Thank you. But yeah, those are the colorways we've got. I'm going to show off our final 2 colorways. One of them is for the public, it's for everyone. The other one is going to be a patron-exclusive colorway, and I will show those off at 7 o'clock when we do our first round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, and then I'll show off the patron-exclusive one at 7:30. That's how we're going to do that. I'm going to squeeze this out and stretch it out as long as I can because I am that terrible person. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you got that merchant code. So you guys, I was able to finally get that row out that I had screwed up, right? Like I was sitting here talking to you all day on Monday and I think halfway through that row. I just didn't finish it. So I got through it. I haven't gotten much further though. It looked so tiny. And like I said, I know I made the small size. It does stretch a fair amount, surprisingly. It's going to look really great. It's going to look really great on on my mannequin. Hopefully it'll bring people into the booth for Oregon Flock and Fiber. I would love to hear from all of our new viewers, you know, generally where, you don't have to tell me exactly what your address is, but where you're from, what kind of cool crafting you'd like to do, what's something that you're really interested in trying out and you haven't done yet, all sorts. Just tell me, bring it, give it all to me. I want to hear it. Need to shower because, oh, I hate when that happens, JB. You know what's funny? This is going to be TMI for you guys. Sorry. I've noticed that for me personally, like, I mean, everybody gets stinky, right? But I don't necessarily get super stinky if I'm, like, out working and doing stuff. But if I take a lazy day at home, like on a Saturday or Sunday, and I don't even get out of my pajamas, and I'm just sitting there watching TV and doing absolutely nothing, that is when I get the super stinkiest. And I'm just like, whew. So, apparently, doing nothing takes a lot of energy. Andy, really? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So if any of you are going to the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival this year, please stop by the booth. Let us know that you watched the show. Come hang out, talk to us, squish the yarn. The people who have seen this yarn in person will tell you firsthand that it is an entirely different experience to see it like in your face versus seeing it on a camera. We do our best with the cameras to show the true colors, and we've actually gotten it pretty close to perfection. But there's something about petting it and squishing it, maybe sniffing it. If that's your bag, you can sniff the yarn. I kind of draw the line at licking the yarn because, you know, germs. If you show us you're a subscriber at Oregon Flock and Fiber, we will actually give you 10% off on your order that day if you order anything. So, yeah, you just gotta pop your phone up and show us real quickly that you're a subscriber. You're from Kingston. Awesome, awesome. You did an Oregon yarn crawl last year. Did you enjoy it? Like, when you went, what was your favorite store? Don't worry, I won't tell the other stores. My favorite local yarn shop in Oregon is probably, well, it's a toss-up between Wild Knits and Cozy, honestly. One of them's in Salem and one of them's in Eugene. Hello from Western New York. You crochet, but you'd like to get better at embroidery and try the fancy yarns. Raw Meals, we have some really, really talented embroiderists. I'm gonna just pretend that's a word. If it's not a word, I just made it a word. We have some really, really talented embroiderists in this community, actually. They're definitely worth checking out and being inspired by. I can do a little bit of cross stitch if I really focus on it and cross my eyes a little bit while I do it. But anything past that, it looks like a sad, sad mess. And I'm okay with that. I've come to terms with the fact that that's not necessarily a hobby for me, right? That's okay. I don't have to be great at everything. There are other people out there who I adore who are really great at those things for me to look at from afar and be like, oh, it's so beautiful. Books, plane ticket. Excellent. Buy it first if you want to lick it. Exactly. I mean, feel free to lick it all you want. Oh, please don't take this out of context. Just make sure you've purchased said yarn first. Hello, Jeff. How are you? Oh, Samantha, thank you. You have no idea what the term for the group of people embroidering is called. I'm going with embroiderists. If I can come up with the word unisexy and stick it on a coffee cup, then I can come up with embroiderists. That's how I feel about that. Hello, Miranda from Ohio. If you are just joining us, once again, welcome, welcome. We do have this great thing that we do at the end of the show called Show and Tell. If you type, actually, I think TK just did it. Yeah, if you click on that link for our Discord and head on over there, there is a section under BK Live that says Show and Tell. You can put your finished projects in there, your works in progress, and it doesn't have to be fiber related. It can be your embroidery, it can be food, it can be painting. Oh, you brought me my unisexy mug. Look at that, isn't that great? I said it on a whim about a sweater, I think, and TK put it on a mug for me because he loves me. Or he just likes to mock the fact that I make up words. You can put anything in there that you're really proud of and that you want to show off, and we will show it to the whole community at the end of the evening. We go through all of those photos, so please feel free to join that. It's one of our favorite parts of the night. That's it. You're looking at all the yarn on the booth when you're there. Oh no! Well, you just have to buy all the yarn, then that's all that means. Brittany's Table, upstate New York. You just recently started crochet a few months ago. You like doing amigurumi. You came over from Alt Knots as well. Yay! You guys are so great. You've had a similar journey with cross stitch. So yeah, the thing that gets me on cross stitch. It's not that I can't pay attention. I mean, that's 100% a thing, but still, whatever. It's that I am bound to get off by one column, right? Like my count is going to be off. And I never find out until I'm like a bazillion stitches in, and then I have to like take all of that out, and there's no tricks that I can do with that. Like with yarn, I can cheat, right? Like I can, here, let's just show an example. I can take this stitch right here, this beautiful, lovely little stitch I just made, and I can drop this sucker all the way down. No problem. I probably shouldn't go any further than that, right? That's not a big deal. I can pick that right back up again. In fact, let's just do that real quickly. So that's not a big deal for me. If that were to happen in my cross stitch, like I've got to cut all of that out. I've got to really look at my life choices. Maybe sit in a corner for a while and cry. It's a whole thing. So I think that is the biggest thing for cross stitch that I'm like, this is a big nope for me. I've done a little bit here and there, like samplers. Why don't you have a unisexy mug? Okay, so we had these unisexy mugs for maybe 3 seconds in the store. I think maybe 1 or 2 people purchased them. They're huge, you guys. Like this is a ginormous mug. They get really hot in the microwave too. Needle pointers, yes, yes. Hello, Tina Hooper. Or Hopper? No, Hooper. The yarns you showed us are beautiful. Thank you. Your newbie here sent over from Alt Knots. Little Brat, welcome. We're so thrilled to have you here. Okay, so what are you just a newbie here, or are you a newbie at crafting? Renee, hello, hello. You knit and crochet in South Carolina. You also came over from Alt Knots. You guys are all so amazing. Thank you. In Canada, that's fantastic. You just got some much anxiety watching you drop that stitch. We do that every now and then. So I probably won't do it very much in this because there's so much color work. If you check out the back, you can see all those floats. Floats tend to make dropped stitches a little more difficult, but generally when I'm knitting on something, I will drop a stitch all the way down just to show you guys that it's not the end of the world. Actually, we will do it one more time because I want to show something to you guys. People freak out when you drop a stitch, right? Like you guys get anxiety about it. I get anxiety about, well, I don't, but people get anxiety about it. When you drop a stitch, like so, we're just going to do it again real quickly. This is a really good, actually, this is a great thing to think about when you're knitting or crocheting or whatever. Maybe not crochet, but knitting. The only stitch that is in trouble right now is this stitch. None of the other stitches are in trouble because they're all secure on your needles. They're not going anywhere. Like, I can sit here and I could honestly, I could continue to just knit across until I got back here to fix it. I would probably want to put like a stitch marker in there to hold it in place so it wouldn't go any further, but I certainly wouldn't tink all the way back to just fix that. I would fix it on the next round because none of these stitches are going to go anywhere. They are secure where they are. Sometimes you think I get energy from freaking out. I do. You're not wrong. I'm like a little energy vampire like that. When I used to teach beginning knit classes, this is my favorite thing to do to people. I was like, great, that looks fantastic. Let's drop some stitches. BK is constantly trying to kill her brother. I am, it's true. I've tried to my brother is Jep is allergic to tree nuts and strawberries, and I'm frequently trying to get him to try things that either have like almond flour in them or strawberry. I always forget. I don't do it on purpose. I forget and then I get really excited. It's not my fault that he's allergic to all the things that I find delicious. That sucks for him. I don't think I've ever actually, no, the cookies. I made some cookies that had some almond flour and you did take a bite and I remembered as you were taking a bite. And I think I yelled at you, they're almond, spit it out. And he legit like just spit it out across the room in the living room. It was beautiful. If it had been a television show, like it just would have been golden. Oh, don't die. I did, but we can go over it again. TK just gently reminded me as he tripped over a fan. We have like 20 of them in this house right now. Every half an hour, if you're new, just so you're aware, every half an hour on the show, we do a little thing called Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. And that is where we pick a random person who happens to be a subscriber and happens to have chatted it up with us in the past 10 minutes. And that person gets to spin on a wheel, and you might win some free yarn. You might win free shipping at our website. You might get a pattern from Ravelry. You might get absolutely nothing because the wheel's being an ass. You might get merch codes, which will get you a free button or a free sticker. So we do that every half an hour. So we do it 3 times each show. The first one will be at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so that is in exactly 11 minutes. So in 1 minute's time, make sure you chat it up. In fact, just start chatting it up right now. You guys are doing a great job at that, by the way. I'm glad your wrist is feeling better. Welcome, Christy. Yes, hello. You're here from Alt Knots as well. It's your first time here. You love the sweet little... Thank you. It's so tiny, right? I was talking about this last time. So I make these display pieces for shows, right? And I want them to be bright and obnoxious because that's how I get people into my booth. Yeah, I have to... It's like fibercraft candy for people. And so the problem is that I've had a really hard time finding any larger size mannequins, like honest to goodness larger size mannequins. I'm not talking, you know, it's not this big, it's this big. So I tend to have to make more form-fitting things like this in a smaller size, which sucks because I want to wear them when I'm not doing vendors, like when I'm not vending at a show. I have a few sweaters that I loved so much I did it anyway and we just put them in place, but you want to make that exact sweater for your kitties? You probably could in the extra small. In fact, these are the 2 colors that we sent over to Alt Knots that they did an unboxing on their show a few days ago. We've got the ectoplasm in here and the Cynthia's Lunchbox. And then, of course, we've got fairy farts as well. Because why not knit with fairy farts whenever you can? Nitro Knitters in Beaverton, Oregon is your favorite. I love Nitro Knitters. Okay, so Nitro Knitters, they're so cool. I used to work like maybe 2 or 3 blocks down from them and I had no idea. And then Tammy from Candy Skein, which is in Astoria, Oregon. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I apologize, but you should definitely check out Candy Skein online because their yarn's awesome too. She was like, hey, you should come hang out with us during Rose City Yarn Crawl. I'm at Nitro Knitters, and they're not part of the crawl. They do their own thing, which I think is brilliant. So that shop is huge. I had never been in there. It's like a miniature warehouse in there of delicious hand-dyed artistic yarn and lots of very excited ladies. Then we all went out and had drinks. It was kind of heaven. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty fantastic. Astoria is beautiful. Plus, you know, they just reopened the Goonies house to people. There was a really long time there where the people who had purchased it, they wouldn't let anybody come check it out, I guess, or do tours anymore. And I get it. I mean, if you're living there because you want to live there, sure. But why would you buy the house that the Goonies was filmed in when you know that that is kind of the sole reason that a lot of people go to Astoria who are not from Oregon? You can't wait to see the new colors. I can't wait to show them off. For me, this is kind of like the holidays. So I always get TK these great gifts. He gets me great gifts too. Or I make him great gifts. But I'm really bad at waiting into the holidays. So if we're celebrating solstice or Hanukkah or Christmas, whatever it is we decide we're celebrating that year, I always come up with some excuse why I should be able to give him his gift early. I think one year I flat out tried. One year, like, I didn't even try to be logical about it. I just looked at him and I said, you know, life is short and I don't know if either of us will be here tomorrow, so you should just let me give you your gift tonight. And the look he gave me was just, oh, it was so good. He caved. I mean, he let me, but still. Oh, it was so good. Oh, here, let me show off fairy farts again. This comes in both BKDK and our cat's cradle, which is what this is. You can kind of see it a little better in my swatch that I did because I did it wrong, and so you can see a lot of the fairy farts in there. It's such a fun color. It looks like birthday cake barf, but not like barf barf, just, you know. Thus, fairy farts. The fairy farts, that's adorable. Thank you. I will be honest, as a yarn dyer, I mean, coming up with new colorways, it's a lot of fun. It's fantastic, but it's almost more fun naming them. I've named yarn at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 days before a show, while I'm dyeing it. Sometimes it's kind of hard. TK is really, really good at coming up with names. And sometimes we get a little too far, you know, out in left field where people are like, I have no idea what the hell that is. And we're like, well, if you take it to this and this and this, and you get here. So, I mean, some of them are a little obtuse. Love that fairy farts. It's such a fun color. One day, I'll start doing speckles and kitty glitter. That'll be the first one I do. I think we did it briefly. We did like a limited run where it wasn't even really available. I think we gave it away as a subscriber giveaway. I don't remember. It's been a while. You love everyone's sense of humor. Thank you, Tina. We're all about the humor here. People were stealing from the house. Get out of town. That is the shittiest. Why would you do that? Just get up there, do your truffle shuffle, and go. Nail polish colors would be a fun job. I agree. So, hello, hair. I used to work in a yarn shop, and there was this colorway, or not colorway, but there was this brand of yarn. I think it was Frog Tree Yarns, and they had lovely colors, and their yarn was pretty inexpensive, but they didn't actually name their colors. They just gave them a series of numbers. Like this beautiful teal, right, was number 0076458. And it wasn't the dye lot. Like, that was always the number of that yarn. They just, I don't know if it was the Pantone number or what it was, but it was boring. And so the owner, she'd always put new names on there, and I think they must have got word of it, because then suddenly we started getting these colorways that were named the same thing she had put on there, on her tags, so who knows. But yeah, I never understood how, why would you just put a series of numbers? That's boring. Like, it's an opportunity missed right there. Speckles and mohair. Someday. Someday that will happen. 100% that will happen. I promise, Miss Monster. We will do speckles and mohair someday. Mohair. It's funny. You would think that the kitty glitter would be the one that freaks me out to dye. It's mohair. It scares me every single time. I sit there staring at the pots and the pans with a little timer. I don't want it to felt. And then I've got to wait for it to cool completely because it's not super washed before I can put it in its bath. It's a whole thing. It's totally worth it though. Radioactive Unicorn is the best name yarn colorway so far you've come across. Lori Elliott, that is amazing. And now I need to know who makes it so I can go get some. Radioactive Unicorn. What? Like, my brain has so many options of what that could be. There's so many possibilities out there, and I'm so excited about all of them. Frog Tree. Yep. Utopia was a favorite of yours. God, somebody remembers Frog Tree. What did I haven't had dinner. Samantha, you should know the answer to this at this point. I have not had dinner yet. I go straight from work to getting ready for the show. I've got to set up all the lights. We've got to, you know, make sure the color's right. The sound's all good. Make sure the products are out. I usually have to take a picture for Instagram. And then I have to get myself ready. Hi, Ginger. How are you? So it's a whole thing, and I don't generally have enough time to eat before the show. I eat sometimes after the show. Normally I eat after the show. But honestly, my lunch is pretty late. It's at 1 o'clock, so I have lunch around 1, sometimes 2, depending. So it's not that big of a deal. You've seen a few dyers who speckle their mohair. It's not quite as precise as speckles on regular yarn, but it's still fun. I think that works really well if you're, if you want kind of a not solid, but a unified look with your mohair and yarn, and you do speckles. That's great. But any other situation, I'm not sure how well that would work. Does it give the piece depth at all? Because that's the only thing that I could think of is, well, maybe you'd get a look because you'd have these extra colors kind of just hinted at through the fuzz. Maybe you would get some depth in that halo. Now I'm intrigued and I want to try it just to knit with it. So just so that all of you lovely, wonderful new people know, and you old people, none of you are old. You're all new and young in my heart. We do have a subscriber goal here on YouTube, and we're pretty darn close. Well, we're actually much closer than we were. The 500 subscriber goal, that's what our first goal is. Once we hit 500 subscribers here on YouTube, my lovely, lovely partner, TK, is going to do a special show for all of you, where he teaches himself how to crochet. We had talked extensively about me teaching him how to crochet, but we very much want to stay married, so that seems like a really bad idea. He's gonna watch some tutorials, and he's going to sit here, and I'm sure he's gonna Bob Ross it up. You guys know how that goes. For those of you who have never seen or heard or talked to my partner, he's very chill. He has a radio voice, quite frankly, because he was in radio for so many years. And he is stupid charismatic, like to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, you want to throw something at him because it's too much. So that'll be a lot of fun. Over on our Patreon, we also have a goal, a Patreon goal. And that goal is 50 patrons. I think we're at 40 right now, or 41, I don't remember. Once we hit 50, I'm going to make a fool out of myself, and we will record me singing 50 Nifty United States, which is the only way that I know all of the states in the U.S. Thanks, public school system. So we'll do that for you guys. Just want to throw that out there. Hello, Kitten Mittens. How are you? Ryeberry Yarns and Oregon Dye Artists. I've never heard of them. I'm going to have to check them out. Oh, I get so excited when I hear about new or more Oregon dyers. Oh, you guys, guess what? It's time. Time for real goodies and goof 'em up. Yes, 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 yes. If you've been talking in chat, you are eligible. I should probably, one of these days, I will get this up before I push that button. Don't switch. I need to get my nifty spreadsheet up real quickly. There it is. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and type in here all the legal stuff, the boring stuff. Maybe. There we go. And then let's find out who our winner is going to be. Spin the wheel. Hello, Emily Makes. How are you? Nice to see a fellow crocheter. Yes. The winner is Knit and Craft. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. You get to spin the wheel. Get to spin the wheel. Okay, so let's get that wheel up real quickly so everybody can see it in all its glory. Little wheel. Here is the wheel, my loves, and you will notice that there is some new stuff on here. So for goodies, we have merch codes, which will get you a free sticker or a free button. We've got free shipping, which can be huge because that's both domestic and international. We have Ravelry patterns up to $5, Ravelry patterns up to $10. And then we also have Yarn Tarot that TK has added on there. And that is where I pull out my Yarn Tarot deck and you think about something and I pull a card for you and we see what it says. You don't have to tell us what you're focused on either. That's entirely up to you. As for goof 'em ups, Blinky's kind of a goof 'em because you don't know if you're going to win or not. Oh, is she? Holy hot moly. 1 second. 1 second. I thought I checked it. Oh, you are on here, Knit and Craft. I'm so sorry. So yeah, you're not eligible again until the 26th. That's 100% on me. I totally missed your name when I was looking that up. So let me grab somebody else real quickly. My apologies. Katrina, hello. How are you? You did the adjective animal sounds. That's right. This is my brain. I told you. Everything goes out the back door. Tina Hooper, I know you've never won before, so let's get you some confetti real quickly. Over the top of my wheel here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So as for Goof 'em Ups, we've got Blinky. If you roll a natural 20, you win some free yarn. Game Over is obviously on there. We've got adjective animal sounds, which is where you come up with an adjective and an animal, and I have to make that noise like an idiot. We have dad jokes, and I think that's it. What else do we have on there? That is everything. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel for you. Let me just pop it right there. Oh no, Tina, it's a game over.
Game over.
I think it's the first one we've had in like a week. I'm so sorry, Tina. The good news is that means that you are still eligible on Monday when we play this game again. So just keep that in mind. We're going to say goodnight to the wheel.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, wheel. We'll see you in just a little bit. And you guys, before I get back to my knitting, it's time. We're going to go ahead and reveal the final colorway for the Toil and Trouble boxed set for the public. We have a Patron-exclusive colorway too, but this is just for the public. And this is called, where is it? It's over here somewhere. He's covered things up with stuff. Should know, that's what I thought it was. This is our Rita Repulsa colorway, and it's called Make My Monster Grow. Keep all your minds out of the gutter. It is on a brass monkey base, and a lot of you don't know what that means. That's this kind of goldish color right here. We have a series of yarns called Undertones that all start with that base. And then it kind of has this lovely rose on top of it, and that's what her dress looks like. And then we have speckled black on top of that. It's a very simple colorway, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Your yarn is amazing. Oh my gosh, Kitten Mittens, thank you. So yeah, here is the Rita Repulsa colorway. It's called Make My Monster Grow, and wait until I show you it in kitty glitter. What? It's so decadent. Like it darkens up a little bit, right? The speckles are still in there, right in there, up in here. Oh my gosh, right in there. And the glitter on it it's so good, you guys. So I'm going to show off the full set now. We're going to show everything off. And then like I said, at 7:30, I'll show the Patron exclusive. So if you were to buy the basic witch set, I feel like I'm at an HSN sometimes. That would be this right here. That would be the basic witch set. That's 5 skeins of yarn, and you've got 4 of them are on Cat's Cradle fingering weight, and then you have the one Endora base color that is on our kitty glitter base right there that you can see. So this is what the basic witch set looks like. It is $150. It will be available to our patrons on Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then it comes with the labels right here. These are the labels. Check it out, you guys. So these are our exclusive Toil and Trouble labels. I'll show you what they look like on here, just so you can see. You've got that lovely little cauldron right there, and then you've got your broom and everything, and then of course the bit that TK always writes, which you should read because it's always brilliant. And then we've got still had room for our kitty hole punch, which is really important to me. All of our box sets have exclusive labels like that are only available on those yarns. Show me how it would fade if you did it. Okay, you wanted to see that fade. That's right. So we were talking about that. I would do it this way, I think. I would go like this, and then use this. You were talking about using this for the cuff and the cuff and the collar and the on the bottom, right? So like that. Or you could go that route, just like that. And then real quickly, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and show off the kitty glitter version. So if you were to do the extra witch box set, the only one I don't have to show off in kitty glitter is the Kiki one, Fly With Our Spirit. So you guys will get to see that a little later. I just don't have it out right now. So that's what it would look like if you were to get the kitty glitter version. Everything would come in kitty glitter. You'd get those sparkly colors. So decadent. Those are $170 for the whole set, so it's $20 extra for all skeins in kitty glitter. That's how that would work. And then if you're a patron, there's a patron exclusive colorway that we'll show off in just a little bit. Or color worker. Yeah, that would work too. A shell, Samantha. Oh yeah. Will the yarn be available to buy separately? Raw meals, that's a great question. So generally with our box sets, they are not available to buy separately. Sometimes we do love a colorway so much that we will in fact bring it back after 6 months or so as a permanent fixture in our options for purchase, but not always. So there's no guarantee there. The labels definitely are only available in the boxed set. Is that one your favorite? Hi Mittens, how are you? Can you say hi to all our new viewers? Hello. Mittens is my arch nemesis / partner in crime. Sometimes he makes things better, sometimes he just makes things chaotic. Mittens used to only have one paw, and now he has, I don't know how many. 8, maybe? It's terrifying. I think he's like a little Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Which one? You like this one? That's the new one. That's Make My Monster Grow. Are you a Rita Repulsa fan? 100%, yeah. Or are you a Power Rangers fan? Which side did you want to win? You wanted which Power Ranger is your favorite? The what? The blue Power Ranger? No, not the blue Power Ranger. You want the Endora colorway. Okay, maybe we can talk about that. We can talk about that, but that means that you have to give up some of your catnip. You have to pay for it, dude. I know, that's the rules though. Like, you don't make money, you make catnip. I'm sorry, it's not my fault that you have a catnip issue. You're just gonna have to, I don't know. If you want to dye some yarn, hey, no. If you want to dye some yarn, we can talk. Okay, yeah. Excellent. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can get a Mittens exclusive colorway that Mittens dyes. You like that idea? What do you guys think of that idea? That could be our 1,000 sub goal. What do you think? Mittens dyed yarn. That's our 1,000 sub goal. Once we hit 1,000 subs, if we hit 1,000 subs, we will, totally. We will have Mittens dyed yarn. I have no idea what that's going to look like. Brace yourselves. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Hi, Chandler Rocks with Yarn. How are you? You've not missed Madam Mim yet. I haven't shown Madam Mim off. We're going to show that off at 7:30. So you got that about 20 minutes. At that point, we will show off Madam Mim. We will do our second round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. And we will do our stretches because they are very, very, very important. Do ice cubes let him toss them on? Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. Maybe I can even... Maybe we can make that a stream. I don't know if we can make that a stream or not. We might be able to do a short, though. I don't know. We'll have to... I'll look into it. There you go. We've got a new goal, you guys. So 500 subs means that TK will learn how to crochet, which is super exciting. But 1,000 subs means that Mittens gets to dye some yarn. If Mittens dyes better yarn than me, I'm quitting my job. He could just take over. He can be the new boss kitty. I'll be done at that point. Hello, Bebgard. How are you? It is Bebgard. There we go. Joanne, hello, hello. It's so nice to see all of you today. You have no idea what Mittens yarn would look like, but you want to see. I want to see it. I'm terrified at this idea. Mittens is... How do I explain Mittens? Like, you don't know if Mittens is going to love on you that day or if he's going to try to eat your face. It's kind of a toss-up, honestly. Like, he's just pure chaos. You remember D&D when I mean, I know that they don't do alignments anymore just recently, but you're talking like chaotic neutral. I really think, is he chaotic neutral or chaotic evil? No, he's chaotic neutral because he does do good things from time to time, but it's pure chaos. He just wants to see what'll happen if he goes this way or if he goes this way. So it's, you never know for sure. Sorry, I got a piece of ice there for a second. Am I working on the Rumble Raglan? I am, by Lydia Makes. She's so amazing. I love her stuff so much. We're actually doing a make-along. You can find that over in our Discord. Type !! Discord. Head right over there. There's a whole make-along section. And there are a series of different patterns people could choose from, both crochet and knit, because we're very, very inclusive about that. I decided to make the Rumble Raglan. I think one other person is making theirs as well. The goal is to be finished by October. And then we'll have everybody put their finished objects in there, and we will choose a winner who will get a $50 gift card for Boss Kitty Shop. And we do that for every season. We do a winter one, we do a spring one, summer, fall. Generally, it starts a little late in the season because we're catching up from the last season, though. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Leila Blue Pins, hello. How are you today? I'm just catching up here. Lauren Klinger, you feel like Mittens should be a Scorpio. I don't know. I don't know when his birthday is. I'm going to have to ask him that. That's a great question, too. Oh. You guys, maybe we should get like an exclusive interview with Mittens. I don't know. I think that would go straight to his head, though. You guys don't know how hard he is to work with. Mittens is a Leo, TK says. He's just informed me that Mittens is a Leo. A very proud Leo. You'd love to join. That project is very adventurous for you, but it's beautiful. Yeah, there's still plenty of time. You guys have a little over a month right now, because we'll probably, I don't know if we'll do mid-October or what, but we're pretty lenient about that. And we really wanted to do tanks and tees so that people who had never made a top before would have a lot of support and help, and, you know, just be able to go through it with other people. And it's been so fantastic. We've had people helping on how to get the sizing right for your top if it's not exactly what the sizing chart recommends. We've made alterations to a lot of these tops. And most importantly, what happens is when people are frustrated and they just kind of want to throw the towel in, they have a whole entire family and just community of people who are cheering and rooting them on to push forward, even if they just give it a break instead of giving up on it. That's the biggest part. Mittens colorways would be annoyingly good. They would be so irritatingly good. And it would be that thing like that, you know, the girl that wakes up and is just looks perfect and natural and gorgeous. That would be his yarn. Be like, oh, I just kind of accidentally threw these colors on here. Look how wonderful it is. And then he'd never let me live it down. Passive aggressively. Mittens descended. Was not born, he just appeared one day. Oh my gosh, here we go. We did a whole holiday special where Mittens asked Santa for another paw. He got it too. Help all of us, because it was... Mittens got that second paw and the world ended, basically. He dug his way out of the... Yes. That's what I'm going with. Whether or not he tells me that's the truth, that's what I'm going with. Also, remember, my loves, if you are interested in this box set, it is only available to our patrons from Friday until Sunday. I have about 10 10 of each box set on hand. So I've got 10 of the basic witch and 10 of the extra witch. That's what I have on hand right now. Once those are gone, we'll go into pre-orders. Pre-orders take anywhere between, we say 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes it's actually much sooner than that. But our patrons will have first shot at all of those non-pre-orders, the ones that'll go out pretty fast. So if you are jonesing for this yarn and you want to ASAP, make sure you head over to our Patreon page, which TK just popped up there for you. You can sign up at any level. You can do Gracie's Gang, which I think is $5 a month. And then you can show up for the early release party that we do this Friday. We're going to decorate. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll show off the yarn. I generally like to show off the yarn. And then if you guys want to see it with other colorways, I'll show you that as well. I'm always in a costume of some type. Because anytime I have an excuse to dress up, I'll do it. Can't help myself. You were working on a couple days ago. Oh, that's awesome. The piece that Samantha's working on. Hi, Handmaid. How are you? And then what else do we have the rest of this year? So we also have our Patron-exclusive content that we've been doing. It's called Fleece to Finished project. The Fleece to Finished project. We were gifted a Shetland fleece. In fact, a friend of mine has 3 sheep, and they are named after the Sanderson sisters. Because there's a red one, a black one, and a blonde one. And I got the blonde. I got Sarah. It is a first-time shearing. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we've been going through the process of processing that fiber. So we did a bit on going to the farm and picking it up. We've skirted it and cleaned it. That was a live stream that's available as VOD over on our Patreon page. We just recently last week started carding it. We went over that. In fact, I've got some battle wounds from that. We did that on Saturday, and so I think the next installment of that is going to be, how do I put this? Not carding it. So we're going to dye some of it up and then card it together, like blend it together on a blending board and using the drum carder again probably, so that we have some blended and some not blended for prepping for spinning. And then we'll do a spinning installment, and then we'll pick a project to work on to create something beautiful out of it. That's the plan, at least. I mean, that's my goal. If it ends up that way, we'll see. It could end up a whole big mess of who knows what. But you guys will be there going on that ride and an adventure with me. Yes, please, please, please. Yarn Pirate's right. Please make sure you head over to our Discord and pop into Show and Tell. We love to see your finished objects, works in progress, your and it does, like I said before, it doesn't have to be fiber arts. It can be anything. It can be food, it can be paintings, it can be paper art, it can be photography. We have a rock hound in here that loves showing off her rock collection and the things that she finds there. It's all really great. It's so neat to see other people's personalities come through and show and tell. It is really one of my favorite parts of the week, is getting to do show and tell with you guys. That and my weekly session of D&D, I'm not gonna lie, and hanging out with my with my partner. There you go. Maybe not in that order. We'll put him up at the top. GK's at the top of that list. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So what is everybody... Sanderson Sisters is the reason your debit card pin is yours. I hope... I know this colorway is so good. I want it. I have it, I mean, obviously, but I'm supposed to sell it, and it's really, really, really hard. Like, so hard. And you guys, look how good it goes together. Like, these two go together so well. These two go together really well. Which means these would go together. I mean, it... Our box sets are not... I don't ever... Okay. Please know that my brain is pure chaos. I don't ever plan these out where I think, ooh, I'll do this type of color for this one, and this type of color for this one, and this type of color for this one, so that they all work together. I don't ever do that. In fact, there have been a lot of box sets where I've looked at them and I've been like, oh my gosh, none of these yarns go together. And but they always do in some capacity. Even the Late Night Double Feature box set, which had everything from like pastel purples in it to blood reds in it, right? Because you've got Janet and magenta. Even that box set, we have somebody who made a Stephen West shawl out of it, and it's freaking gorgeous. But this one, probably the best looking set together. Like it goes really, really well together. The colors are all really complementary. Even the pastel, even the Endora color, I didn't realize how Halloween-esque Endora is, by the way, until I made this colorway, and I was like, wow, the 60s were all about oranges, purples, and greens. So all of our box sets have worked really well in one project if you want. Lady Bella made an amazing blanket out of the Storytime box set that actually shows up on the beginning of the show, because it's in the feed that shows off stuff people have made. The only other box set that I would say went together as well as this one did is the Golden Girls box set, and that's because that was, I mean, you're talking 1980s American sitcoms, which means that each character has a very particular color that's assigned to them by the studio, right? I didn't know that, by the way, until TK explained it to me, and now I see it everywhere. So those colors were based really on those colorways that the studio had already assigned to those characters, and so it was really easy to make those all work together because they were 80s / early 90s pastel-y colors. That's just what happened, right? There you go. There's my whole entire soapbox jibber jabber on box sets. I'm just catching up on you're new to Discord, but you joined. Oh, Andy, I'm so glad. Fantastic. I promise it's not very scary. You'll get a lot of notifications because we chatted up a lot in there. Speaking of chatting it up, you guys, it is 7:23. We have 7 minutes until our next round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. So, if you are a subscriber, make sure you say something in chat because you need to have said something in the past 10 minutes in order to be eligible. If you're not a subscriber, you still have time to push that subscribe button right now because it's going to take you 5 whole minutes to be able to say something in chat because trolls suck and we want to try to avoid them at all costs. So that's how we do it. There's a 5-minute wait period. So make sure you push that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to you. It means you're eligible for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, and it actually will help you in October because, well, I'll talk about that. You know what? I'll talk about that after we show off the final colorway. We are giving a whole entire box set away in October, and I will tell you how and what you need to do in order to make that happen for you. And we'll talk about that after our second installment of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups tonight. Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about at the halfway mark, I guess. I would have loved to see the Golden Girls box set. Let me see if I can remember all of it. So we actually still have one of those colors available. It is, I can't reach it. It's called Tales from St. Olaf, and it's this lovely kind of golden yellow color. That was our rose color. We had I think it was Big Daddy Southern Belle, I think is what the Blanche color was called. And the Blanche color was really similar actually to this right here. It's a little lighter, but it was this lovely kind of pinkish tinted rose mauve color. Our Sophia colorway was called Picture at Sicily, and it was cornflower blue. And then our Dorothy colorway was called Shady Pines Ma, and it was this kind of silvery minty green color. And they all looked so good together. So yeah, we actually did a Rocky Horror box set. That was last Halloween's box set. A Janet color, magenta color, we had a Columbia colorway, we had a Transylvanian colorway, and of course we had our Frankenfurter colorway. I think I showed that. I can show you guys that label because I told you all of these have exclusive labels. So, give me one hot minute here. I don't get Instagram up because I can show you both the Golden Girl label and I can show you the late night double feature label that we did. So when I say we did, TK does all of these labels. I might give him some ideas on what I want to see, but he 100% creates them, and he's, I don't know, he's a magician. He's a wizard, Harry. So I'll show off the label for this Halloween as well. Again, we did a splatter set one year, so this was the label for last year's late night double feature box set. We dressed Pounce up basically as Frankenfurter. The best part of this label is the tail, because it turns into a boa. It's so good. You stare at your past box sets all the time. I love that. That's so great. I think it is instincts. There's just something about it. Any chance of a horror movie set? So we did that too, Lori Elliott. It was called the Splatter set. We might bring some old sets back at some point, because I know that there are a lot of them that some people missed. We'll see if I can find the Splatter set one in here too. We'll just show off old labels for a second, if you guys don't mind. This was the Storytime box set label. I'll show that one off. There's that one. That was actually created by my niece, which we all thought was really neat. All these yarn names are so funny. They sound really... Thank you! Yeah, we have a blast naming yarn around here. It's one of our favorite things to do. In fact, we sit around, and every now and then one of us will be like, what about this? What about this one? Okay, it's in here somewhere. Where's my Golden Girl label? So many yarn labels, you guys. There she is. Okay, here's the design for the Golden Girl label. I don't actually have the full label, but this is what he came up with for the Golden Girl label right there. It was all Sophia, because Sophia is my favorite. Okay, let's get back to the stuff. So we got 2 minutes until Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up, so make sure you chat it up. Seriously, you want to be a part of this. Trust me on that. Nibbling. Yes, the nibbling made it. It's correct. I'm sorry. My nibbling. I forgot, Jeff. Thank you so much. It's a yarn set. It was a yarn set. Absolutely. So the Stay Golden set was years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. The first one we ever did was a Critical Role set, which is a group of people who play D&D Live that TK and I watch on a regular basis. And then I think the Golden Girl set was the second one we did. Oh, the show. Nope, not the show. Who doesn't want a good corpse-inspired yarn? It was pretty fantastic, Renee. We actually... So the Night of the Living Dead one that... No, we didn't do Night of the Living Dead. We did... What did we do? I don't even remember. We had zombie yarn in there, and it was amazing. It was kind of... So here's the thing. Here's the thing about zombie yarn. Zombie yarn looked really cool, but it also looked really gross. Like, it was this putrid greenish color. And reds and browns and blacks in there. And it was incredibly hard to come up with that colorway. So hard. Oh my gosh. Did the Hobbit videos get lost in the hardware fill? Oh, JK, I think they might have. I'm not sure. I will have to ask TK that. Although, I can always go back in old Twitch videos, because we still have those. I still have those somewhere, I think. I can see if I can still go back in old Twitch videos and find it that way. But they might have been lost. Ariel, you watched Critical Role. Oh, we can be best friends now. So excited. There's a handful of people in here who actually watch Critical Role. We talk about it from time to time. Although we don't talk about present things that are happening, because I don't want to spoil things for anybody, because I know there are a lot of people who are still catching up or who have just recently found the show and are watching it and catching up, so we try not to throw out spoilers. Because I don't ever want to be that jerk. I used to work in a comic book shop, and anytime a new superhero movie would come out, it would get spoiled for me. Actually, any movie, because you'd have these jerks that would come in and be like, have you seen such and such yet? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, let me tell you all about it. Insert blob here. You guys, guess what? It's 7:30 on the dot. Let's do it! Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up. Okay. Let's do this. All you can think is how to How did you not find your yarn before this? Well, you found us now, and you'll never lose us, I promise. Okay, there's the boring legal stuff. And here's our winner, hopefully. Let's find out. Oh, that's a good idea, JK. The winner is Yarn Pirate. Yarn Pirate, are you on your own list? You are on your own list. Yarn Pirate can't win until September 26th. She's got just a few more days, so we're going to pick a new winner. Nightbot knows. Just likes to fuck with me. The winner is Queen of the Banshee. I don't think Queen of the Banshee's on the list. Let's check. TK says that my mic is having some problems, you guys. Let me know if that's the case for you. Just to make sure it's not something that's going on with his phone. If that's the case, I might mute myself for a second so I can try to fix it. Okay. So let's get this wheel up real quickly. Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, 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 bum.
There it is. Okay, Queen of the Banshee, here it is. You just gotta let me know you are still here, my dear. There she is. Perfect. Okay, so let's go over the wheel real quickly. We've got our goodies. We've got Ravelry patterns for $5 and $10. We have Blinky rolls, which are kind of goodies and goof 'em ups, where you might win some free yarn. Not this yarn, though. Free shipping. We've got merch codes. It gets a wee crackly from time to time. Okay, as soon as we're done with this, then I'm going to try to fix my mic real quickly. We'll see if we can make that any better, and then we'll get back to what we were doing. So you can get buttons or stickers. We've got, I already said free shipping, so we went over all of that. Oh, and then we have the Yarn Tarot, which is brand new, where you get to think of something. I will shuffle my Yarn Tarot, pull a card, and we'll go over it together. For Goof 'em Ups, we've got adjective animal sounds. Adjective plus animal makes a sound that I get to do. Dad jokes, game overs, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and spin this for you. Queen of the Banshee. Adjective animal sound. Fantastic. I get to make an ass out of myself.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Katie Kitty's right. You are a winner. Okay. You were having mic issues, but it seems better now. Okay, so good. Maybe I'll leave it for the moment and we'll see what happens. Okay. Queen of the Banshee. You get to put an adjective and an animal and match them together. And I will try to attempt to make that sound. Please note that a lot of my sounds sound similar. Because, so yeah, just let me know what it is. In the meantime, let's say goodnight to the wheel. Or goodbye to the wheel, I should say. Goodbye, wheel.
Good night and goodbye.
Oh, it's my favorite. Okay. So, and while Queen of the Banshee is trying to come up with an adjective animal sound for me, disgruntled porcupine. Oh my god. Do porcupines make sounds? You guys are killing me with these. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. This is easy. Disgruntled porcupine. I feel like they probably kind of sound like hamsters, yeah? Okay, hold on one second. Let's try to fix the mic. Okay, is that any better, you guys? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do we sound any better? Sure, it's not my hair. It's crackling things up. They're super cute. Well, that's good to know. Okay, hello, Felcy Bean. How are you? Does the mic sound better? Okay, well, I'm going to assume that the mic sounds better unless you guys tell me it sounds terrible. Okay, disgruntled porcupine. I think that that's what a hamster sounds like, kind of. They squeak, right? Oh, funny story about that. I'll tell you that in a second. There you go. There's my disgruntled porcupine. I have no idea if that's what a porcupine sounds like, but that's what I'm going with. Ta-da! Okay, so we will have our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups at 8 o'clock, and then we'll go straight into Show and Tell. In the meantime, I believe you guys want to see some yarn. Let's show it off. So here are... It sounded real to you. Here are the beautiful colorways we have for the set that's coming up, yeah? And these are both the kitty glitter and the cat's cradle. We've gone over all of these. These are available to the public as of Sunday at 6 p.m., I believe, Pacific time is what TK said. So our patrons voted on what their patron-exclusive colorway would be, and they came up with Madam Mim. Madam Mim, the marvelous Madam Mim. And here she is in all her glory. We have her, she's got this beautiful mithril gray base, and then she's got two different tones of purple in there. You can see the deeper purple right here that kind of breaks a little bit, which I really love, with the reds, and then the lighter purple right here that fades into the gray, which is so delicious. And then this like raspberry pink color just pops right through. You guys, it's so good. It's only available to patrons, and it's only available in kitty glitter. So the only way you can get this is if you head over to patreon.com and sign up as a patron. Remember, that gets you in early too, so you might even not be on the pre-order list, which would be great. It is an absolutely stunning skinny yarn. Here's the other thing. Our kitty glitter yarn usually goes for $34, right? Totally makes sense. That's pretty standard. If you order when you order your box set, I've told you guys that the basic witch set is $150. The extra witch set is $170. If you order your box set and you're a patron and you get Madam Mim, you only have to add $15 extra to that. So if it's the basic witch set, it becomes $165. If it's the extra witch set, it becomes $185. That's it. You're getting this at more than half off, basically. So that is a steal of a bargain. Totally worth it. Plus, it's just a gorgeous color. So let's go ahead and take a look at what all of these look like together, because they're so pretty. And we'll just do the basic set for now. There you go. There's the whole set right there. And that's with both of your kitty glitter colors, including the patron exclusive set, colorway. And that's what will be available this Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And even if you don't plan on getting a set, if you're a patron, you should come hang out with us anyway, because it's just a ton of fun. There it is. Get Mim by herself if one is a patron. No, unfortunately, they're just for the boxed sets, JB, but that is a great question. You know what? We'll put her in the middle for now. There we go. I have too much yarn out here. Okay. You guys know what time it is? It's stretch time. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Okay, I'm feeling it in my shoulders. Okay. There we go. We're going to extend our hand like this. We're going to bring it over. You guys know the drill, right? Is there a link to how many of Madam Mim we can get? Or is there a limit? No, there's absolutely no limit. Well, actually, that's a great question. Let me talk to TK about that one. Because if there's not a limit, then the extra ones would be at full price. Let me talk to him about that first. Because I didn't think that went through. I'm like, no. And then I'm like, wait, maybe? I'm not sure. So that is a very good question. You're so I'm stoked about this set. You're going to have a really hard time deciding if you want basic or extra. Too much yarn. Okay, here's the thing. You guys. Collecting yarn is an art form within itself. In fact, if you want to go over to Discord and you want to post pictures of your yarn collection, I feel like that is a work in progress. Feel free. Mim is only available in the 6-skein set, period, he says. And that actually makes sense because we have a finite amount of yarn on hand for those right now. And then we have to pre-order the rest of it. So at this time, Mim will only be available in box sets, and it's one per box set because it is a limited colorway. At some time later on, at some point, we might bring a colorway back or 2 colorways back. We don't know. And then keep in mind, once we hit 100 patrons, we will have a patron-exclusive colorway that you guys get to vote for. That's available always and forever for you guys, basically. So just keep that in mind. Keep all of that in mind. Killing's Worth It, hello! So you guys, I made a mistake last week, or on Monday, we were talking about Killing's Worth It in Show and Tell because they were working on reclaiming a sweater. It's a cashmere sweater. And I mentioned that there might be some nylon in that. 100% she let me know there is no nylon in that sweater. It is all cashmere. She got it for 15 bucks at a thrift store. But it goes to a good cause, which is really cool. The box set comes in a fancy, pretty box. It does not come in a fancy, pretty box, unfortunately, because I'd have to charge way more for it. But it does come with fancy, pretty labels. Let me show those off real quickly. Here they are right here. So you've got your cat's cradle label and your kitty glitter label. And they just, well, that's the wrong one on there. Not that it matters, but still. You just go on like this and like this, and you get a full set. It is packaged nicely. We generally put our yarn, all of our yarn, in protective plastic bags, and then we put them in their mailers. So that's a thing that we do for sure. We don't just kind of willy-nilly put it in a box or anything like that. But at this time, we do not offer specialty boxes or anything. Maybe sometime in the future, if that's something that we can afford to do, that would be really freaking awesome, actually. Okay, it's time to do our fingers, you guys. Oh, yeah. Yes, they will be on our website. So they will be available. They'll have a private link for our patrons on Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Then we'll drop that link for them there. Most of our patrons are pretty used to that. And then on, I'm sorry, on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time for patrons. My apologies. And then on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we will drop that link for everybody else. And we'll just make it public. And then I'll go ahead and probably send out a post in Discord and on Instagram letting you guys know that that's been public. So, now that you guys have seen the full box set, let's talk about it for a second. These will all go out in October. October is the witching month, yeah? So we've decided to do, I already fixed that. We've decided to go ahead and run a giveaway. So if you've come over from Twitch with us, you know that we used to do giveaways all the time. We did subscriber giveaways for Twitch subscribers all the time. And then we found out we weren't really allowed to do that because, you know, our giveaways need to involve not having to spend money. We were unaware of that. So we've come up with a different way to go about this. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is free, 100% free, and in the month of October, you make a comment on any one of our VODs, any one of our videos in YouTube, make one comment on them, a little more than just hi, you will be eligible for to potentially win a full box set. When I say full box set, it is a basic witch set. So it's 5 skeins of yarn, 4 cat's cradle, 1 kitty glitter. All you have to do is be a subscriber from when we started the show on YouTube, which was back in June, I think, or June, up until October 30th. That's the cutoff date. And then on top of that, you need to comment on one video in October. That's it. That's all you have to do, and you'll be eligible. Yep. It has to be a VOD we made in October because that's the only ones we'll be looking at. So be a subscriber, comment on one of our October videos, and you are eligible to potentially win a box set of the Toil and Trouble set, which is really, really exciting. We used to do that all the time, but like I said, we had to find a new way to do it, and now we have. We're very excited about that. What a lot of words, you guys. Friday. It is Friday. Friday, not Saturday. You're correct. I was incorrect. You're correct. Oh my goodness. You know how to comment. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can be like, love your channel. Oh, this was really exciting. I'm so excited for the box set. Whatever you want to say. You just have to be a subscriber and you have to comment on one of our October videos. Because what we're going to do is we'll look at all of our subscribers and then we will go through and cross-reference that to the comments, and then we'll do a drawing from that. Hey, just a quick reminder, you guys, we are getting close to the end of the show tonight. We got about 15 minutes until we do our final round of games and goof 'em ups, or Wheel of Goodies and goof 'em ups. Then we're going to go straight into show and tell. And I would really, really love to see all of the cool, wonderful, beautiful stuff that you guys are all making. So head over to Discord and make sure you get those pictures in there because they make me so happy. Like I have ice cream. Happy? I miss ice cream. I've been craving radioactive green mint chocolate chip ice cream for days. Outside of the live chat, that's a great question. Andy, yes, it has to be a comment on one of the VODs. So outside of the live chat, an actual comment. Because it would be nearly impossible for us to track chat comments. Oh my gosh, that would be hours upon hours of me just like scrolling through and pausing and taking names down. Oh, could you imagine? Whew. That would be a lot. October's a very busy month for us. It's also our favorite month. So we've got that going on. We're going to do the giveaway live here on the channel. We will do it on Halloween since we happen to have a show that day. It's a Monday night. So if you're not out hanging out with other people or taking kids trick-or-treating, or maybe you're trick-or-treating. If you're not doing that, you can come hang out with us. I will be in costume. I haven't decided on my costume this year. I'm really thinking about recycling my Vanellope von Schweetz costume, but who knows? We'll see. Oh, I didn't show those off. Do you want me to show them off? TK, we were talking about mohair earlier, and TK tossed me some mohair ball, and I forgot to show it off. So this is what our mohair looks like. It's called mohair ball, and it is a silk and mohair blend. It's really, really soft, you guys, and it gets really vibrant. So here it is in Cynthia's lunchbox. You can see that there's a lot of different tones in there. And the lighter that you see, the light in the middle right there, that's the silk. The silk doesn't take yarn or dye quite as quickly or sufficiently as mohair or animal fibers in general, like merino, right? So you get a lot of depth with this, which is neat. Even in this one, which is our brass monkey, you can see the same thing happens. And then this is Baff yellow, bright as fuck yellow. That one, even this one, you can see, if you look really closely, you can see that definition right there of the silk versus the mohair. This freaking glows. We realized on accident that a lot of our colorways, by the way, are blacklight reactive. I guarantee you this is blacklight reactive, as an example. Ectoplasm is blacklight reactive. Fairy Farts is blacklight reactive. What else? Sigmund is blacklight reactive. It's really cool looking. So soft. Thank you, Eska. Thank you for that. Wow. I appreciate that. 99% of your stash is just partial skeins. You've been trying to be really good at only buy yarn that I have plans for over the last few years. Bubbles, that's such a smart move. I just need to buy yarn. I miss buying yarn. You know what happens when you start a yarn business? You stop buying yarn. Because you just buy blank yarn all the time. Maybe I'll treat myself at Oregon Flock and Fiber this year. We'll see. Samantha, that's a great amount of time to be crocheting. I think I've been crocheting for about 2 to 3 years at this point. So we're pretty much on par with that. That's awesome. To be honest, you make a lot of socks, hats, and shawls. So yes, most of that yarn has tentative plans, so no worries. But yeah, absolutely, JB. That's the way to do. Like seriously, if you do a lot of one skein projects, then you're probably in heaven for things like that. Not being strict with yourself because about a buying ban, just being a little more mindful. That's a good way to go about it too. I know in this day and age, a lot of people are trying to kind of, you know, watch what they spend, which I totally get. Have not really succeeded. You've been crocheting for 20 years, but COVID knitter. There are so many COVID crafters out there. And I have to tell you, I think it's the best thing to come out of this pandemic. Honestly. If we got something out of it, it's that we have so many people who have either found crafting or found new crafts like knitting, or just new things that they love and are passionate about that they would never have thought twice about before because they were just so busy doing stuff, right? So I can give you a little bit of a confetti for that. I think that's awesome. You guys, guess what? It's 7:51. That means you have 9 whole minutes to start chatting. If you're a subscriber, you are eligible, and you chatted up with me right now, you're eligible for the final round of We Love Goodies and Goof 'em Ups if you haven't already won. But you have to be a subscriber, so please, please, please push that subscribe button. Also, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit the like button. The more likes we have on each show, the more likely it is to end up in somebody else's feed. And if you love it, think about how much they're going to love it, right? Seriously. Even if all you're loving is laughing at my gooberness, that's totally fine. I have no shame. Whatever. I make it very hard to go on a yarn freeze. Like I said last time, there's a very finite amount of things that I'm very good at. Dyeing yarn just happens to be one of them. Finding Boss Kitty only happened because of this pandemic. Friends recommended it and you were hooked. That's right. I think you were the Cerulean Orchid crew. We got a lot of people who came over from that community. It's so great. No worries, Chandler. You're so happy you picked those up, Heather B. Oh my gosh. I'm happy you did too. Like I said, I love the idea that people found all of these cool crafts. It's actually COVID is the reason I started gaming with my friends again, doing tabletop RPGs and stuff. And I'm so happy I did that. Also, I kind of got into baking a little bit, but that's kind of dropped off to the sidelines again for me. Life happens, right? Like you got to try new things, which was really great during a pandemic. When you're stuck inside, you try new things, and that's good. Even if none of them stick, at least you tried them. I think that's really important. Hi, Yarns Crafts Corner. TK wants me to let you guys know because he's really concerned about it, and I totally understand. We promise after the weekend, this stream is not so much of a QVC stream. I promise we don't just sit here and push our yarn all the time. Folks are just really, really excited about this box set, so we've been kind of amping up to this for the past 2 weeks or so. Normally, it's just super chill. We crochet or we knit. We chill and talk a little bit. I mean, we show off yarn from time to time, but it's usually just more of like a hangout type of community. He just wanted to make sure you guys didn't think that this was constantly a yarn peddler pushing her wares. Like, cross my heart, it's not. JK brought you over. She was like, what? You don't know about Boss Kitty? And well, now I'm here. And we're so glad you're here. Oh my gosh, Knit and Craft, that's amazing. Thank you, JK. Brittany's Table. Painting is your first love and you're very new to crocheting. I call it my yarn art. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Brittany, will you put some of your paintings in Discord if you feel comfortable with it? I would love to see some of those in show and tell. You're a pandemic hoarder, 90% craft stuff. Here to that. You love listening to you as you bake for work. Virginia, thank you. You've been working your way through your past streams. That's wonderful. Yeah, JK brought a bunch of people over with Twitch raids, which we appreciate. What's my favorite color? My favorite color changes like all the time. It didn't used to. My favorite color used to be red. Like this red right here used to be my favorite color. Big time. From the time I was like itty bitty teeny tiny until probably about 5 or 6 years ago is all. In fact, this is the color that my bridesmaids all wore in some shape or form. Lately, I've been leaning more towards teals and kind of bluish greens. I'm really digging those a lot. So, bright greens like this. But really those teals, I don't, this is too short, TK. I don't know. So right now that's my favorite color, but it changes. I really like earth tones a lot. Who knows? It just depends on the day, I guess. Thank you, Samantha. You weren't joking about me holding center stage on your wall. I love it. I hope this means you guys are posting those yarn pictures. You still talk about Boss Kitty all the time. Oh, I wish I still had my little heart thing. I don't have it on here anymore. I need to get some new animations on my Stream Deck. I've been lazy about it, you guys. I haven't fixed any of my voice sounds. I haven't got new animations up. I am putting together a spooky list of music for Friday's early release party, though, so stay tuned for that. And now that I've said it out loud, it has to happen. How long have I been on YouTube? I have been on YouTube. Hold on. I want to see. You're excited about the box set? Bebbergard. Did I get that right? Bebugard? I hope so. I'm excited about it too. I'm excited to release it to you guys. I've been on YouTube since June, so not very long. We were on Twitch for about 3 years. In fact, we celebrated our 3rd year anniversary on Twitch and then popped on over here. It's kind of our celebration / goodbye. So June, July, August, September. We're in our 4th month, I would say. Teals and blues and greens are the best. They are. They're so good and they're so versatile. It changes all the time. Laura, I can't see what you were joking about. I tried to scroll up and see it, and now I want to know. I'm so curious. Oh, you're not joking. You're talking to JK. Wow, I'm on. My brain is slow, you guys. It's a long day for me, right? You guys get me at the end? Whew. Has it really only been since June? It feels longer. It does feel longer, doesn't it? But in a totally good way. It feels like I've just been here forever and that Twitch never happened, which is weird. I just figured it out. I put 2 and 2 together. It just took me a moment to put 2 and 2 together because that's who I am. Oh, thank you, Eska. I'm not tired. So, Samantha, basically my brain goes from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. with very few stops along the way. So it's not that I'm physically tired. I'm not even really mentally tired. It's just that by the time I get into about 8 o'clock, my brain kind of gets mushy and seeps into itself a lot. Like, you know, those plates that people have where they like the kid trays where you've got like sections, right? It's like somebody picked up all those sections on my brain and everything just goes bloop. So it's not so much that I'm tired. It's just everything in my brain is loosey-goosey. You're missing it too. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Whew. I responded to random people in real life saying JK. That's amazing. That's okay. When we started doing Twitch and you guys started calling me BK because I did not start that one. You guys did, which is great. TK pointed out to me later. He's like, you know, I don't know if you can continue to call yourself BK. And I was like, why? He's like, Burger King? And I was like, oh shit. But who cares? We went with it. And I have no regrets. You blame Twitch, 100%. So, I don't even like Burger King. It's like a salt lick. So gross. Ugh. You love all the box set colors. Oh, thank you. Last call for show and tell in Discord. Thank you for the reminder, TK. It's weird, you know, the food that you like when you are younger versus the food you like when you're older. So even in my 20s, like I actually really enjoyed Burger King's their onion rings, which is so weird because it's clear that they're not fresh. They're like these little hard, I don't know, circular things. But I loved them. Like I thought they were the best thing ever. And I was a pretty big fan of a Whopper too. I had one. We were actually coming back from Candy Skein. TK and I were, and we got kind of stranded. Not even stranded. It's a 5-hour drive back. And we were starving, and so we stopped at a Burger King because it was the only place we could find on the way home. Oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock, you guys. And we got this Whopper. We each got a Whopper, and I took a bite out of it, and I had to spit it out. It tasted like salt. It was disgusting. It's time. Wheel of goodies and goof mucks. Oh, don't alienate possible sponsors. This show is brought to you by Burger King. That, I don't think that will ever happen. Okay, you guys know what's gonna what time it is. We're gonna pick our final contestant for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof Ups. Hello, Rat. How are you? And how is your university? Oh, that's right. It's time for you to go back to school, huh? First night of the quarter. How's it going? You feeling good about it? I get excited for other people when they go to school. JK Knits, you are our final contestant. And I don't think you are on this list, my dear. Let's double check. You're not. You're not. Congratulations. What? Okay, let's get that wheel up for you. There it is. Woohoo, JK. Okay, let's find out, you guys. We've got adject animal sounds. You saw what that was about. Dad jokes. We've got free shipping anywhere in the whole world. Not the moon, though. We've got $5 Ravelry patterns and $10 Ravelry patterns. If you get one of those and you want a Ravelry pattern to be less than that, that's okay. I have actually had people concerned. They're like, I can't find something for $10. Get whatever you want as long as it's under $10. We have Blinky rolls, where if you roll a natural 20, you get free yarn, but I'm going to warn you that Blinky's been a dick lately. We have Yarn Tarot, where you think about whatever you want to, whatever question you have, I pull a card and we talk about it. We have merch codes, where you get free merch, be it a button or a sticker. Our stickers are really nice, by the way. They've got a nice matted vinyl to them. I think I've gone over everything except for Game Over, which is also on here, but it can just poop on itself, quite frankly. Okay, let's do this. JK, it's all you. I don't know what that was. And you get a $5 Ravelry pattern. Congratulations!
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Kitty Kitty doesn't lie. You guys know she tells the truth. Oh my goodness. Okay, so JK, all you need to do is head over to Discord. Contact me. Let me know what your name on Ravelry is and what pattern you would like gifted. I need to get somebody else's pattern out too. I don't remember whose it was. It's in Discord. I just have to go look. It's been a hot mess of a day. Good night, Wheel. We'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Okay. You guys, it is time for show and tell. So I really, really hope that you got some freaking awesome stuff in there, because I'm going to be disappointed if you didn't. I'm kidding. It's always amazing. Like there's ever any doubt. Okay, let's get show and tell up. Da, 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 da. Ooh, some quilting. So excited. Okay, Novel Knitter finished quilting her practice quilt and your Christmas table runner. Both are ready for binding and finishing. These look spectacular, by the way. You practice the matching tree skirt. Oh, piece the matching tree skirt, which you'll prep for quilting. And you're trimming it after trimming it square. You're also doing all this on your vintage 35-year-old Singer machine you inherited broken from your mom. That is so cool. So you're doing everything freestyle. This is so good. I can't believe you did all of this on a machine, like just an old regular sewing machine. That is talent. And these are so lovely. I love this piece. I'm enjoying the blues with the yellows up in the upper right-hand corner on this one. But I really, really like the way that the triangles pop off that blue on the bottom right-hand too. Because they almost look like there's just triangles. Okay. And this is your Christmas tree skirt. You're just going to square it up. It's lovely and beautiful. I'm going to guess that you decorate your holiday tree with silvers and blues. This will look really nice. I've always wanted to make a tree skirt. I've never had the gumption to get up and do it. Samantha, here's me and my Young Life Capernaum friend, and their names are Kristen and Ayana. Wonderful. I love her shirt. Very, very cool. Looks like this is for your birthday. Here's your nephew again. This is at 6 weeks. Hello, Liam. So cute. And this is your bingo. You won $125 on your birthday. What a great birthday gift. Yeah. I don't think I've ever played bingo where I've won. Okay, I posted this actually. It says, it's a picture of Cthulhu in a car, and it says, don't break the window, the AC is on, and Cthulhu is listening to Steely Dan. He is happy. My friend posted this in chat earlier. Here is Sammy with her platypus that she got for her birthday. Very, very nice. I love the pink and white. I'm not going to show the check off just because it's got people's information on it. This is when you won $942 plus $500 at bingo, and it equals $1,400 at bingo. So cool, and congratulations on that. Gracie Farvex, which is also Laura. This is the other quilt you've been working on. The yellow is actually chartreuse. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so lovely. Laura, this is amazing. Yeah, that chartreuse. It's hard to get that color to show up sometimes, isn't it? It takes up your whole entire living room. I love it. And it looks so good with this orange, which I wouldn't have expected. Here's another picture of it. It's so... I think this might be my favorite square in this, though, with the flowers in the middle right there. It's the second row, second one down. Here's my weekly quilt square progress from Yarn Pirate. Oh my gosh, are there going to be flowers throughout the whole entire mane? I just thought you'd have the one in the front. But now I'm thinking maybe you have more of them. Looks so good. I'm always just blown away by your talent with these cross-stitch pieces. So Yarn Pirate likes to do cross-stitch squares that she puts, or she donates into a larger quilt that's given to children, which is really neat. We get to see them all. It's a great process. Ginger Snaps, making Queen Elizabeth dolls right now. Just finished another one tonight. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Her little brim hat is so good. I love her cheeks. So do you use yarn for cheeks or do you use a fabric pen to do the cheeks? I'm always curious about how different people do it. And I love the hair. These are beautiful. Knit and Craft has been working on our make-along with us. She's doing the Fossil Frenzy. She's made it through the 5 stages of grief and have finally landed on acceptance that you've made more work for yourself. You're back to working on this sweater. So this is actually a short sleeve sweater, and she has decided to make long sleeves, which I think is going to look really great. But yeah, she's made way more work for herself because it is fingering weight yarn, and fingering weight yarn sleeves are the freaking devil. Like, it's so funny because the torso takes up so much more. Like, there's more yarn there, but there's just something so boring about sleeves. I feel you on that. I really, really feel you. I know her little cute curls are so cute. Okay. Coco, for who asked about the Golden Girl colors. Oh, thank you, Coco. So this was the green I was telling you about, the Dorothy inspired colorway from the Golden Girl set. It was called Shady Pines Maw. Here was Sophia's color, and it was called Picture It Sicily. Then we had Tales from St. Olaf, which is still available in the store. And then this was the Blanche color, which I think was called Big Daddy's Southern Belle. And you can see it's slightly different than Tea Time of the Soul, but it's got more of a sheen to it. It's really pretty. And then you made this with all of them. Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot you made this. It's so beautiful. Did you used another color in here, didn't you? Like Mithril or a different gray from somebody else? I don't remember. Or was that Wisdom Queen that did that? Bubbles is working on Foxy Glasses. This is her husband's sweater. He picked out all the colors, and it's so beautiful, you guys. And that orange is just my favorite thing in the whole world right now. There, that's my second favorite color right now. It's like mustards and oranges. Oh my gosh. While looking for my old pictures, I found a meme of Boss Kitty I made. That's great. This is like really, really old school. This is back when we were in the corner. I would say that, but the scarves are done. So that had to have been 2 years ago, I think. It was our first year on Twitch, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. You used the Carrie colorway with it. That's what it was, Coco, which was from a different box set. Let's see here. Such small... Oh, for that. Yeah, seriously. JB is wanting to show off some pics of her yarn stash. What? It's all laid on the king-size bed, and yes, it covers the whole thing. And it put away nicely on your yarn shelf. Wow, that is amazing. You need to be so proud of this, JB. This is art at its finest. Like, seriously, if you took every single one of those colors and you knitted them or crocheted them in that way, that fashion, basically, it would look so cool. And then here they are, all put away on the shelves. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, it's like you have a little store in there. Holy crapola. Lady Bella, current Manny shirt, nails for the move to prevent breaking. Very smart. And it's nice to give your nails a break sometimes. They look great. It looks like you're using the black with the unicorn skin on top of it, which is one of my favorite to-go-tos. They look so lovely. Carmen made another tiny doll dress. Yay! You're feeling Halloween colors. You also made a tiny doll blanket out of hand-spun yarn from a friend. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say that hand-spun is amazing. I'm going to assume that this is different gains of hanks of hand-spun because it's different colors like that. And it's also even. I'm just blown away by that. And also, your doll dress is too cute. I like that it kind of fades in from the orange into the green. That's really neat. And then you get a little bit of pink at the bottom. Killing's worth it. Haven't had a lot of time for crafting because I'm currently doing a coding boot camp, which is taking up a lot of free time. Boo. I get you, though. Got some new crafting-related t-shirts, though. This one says procrastinating, and I can't read past that. Delaying responsibilities by knitting one more row. I do that all the time. Yarn barf. It's a noun. The inevitable large tangle that explodes from the center of a yarn cake. Yarn barf will likely, I can't read that part, if the most will happen at the most inconvenient time. Resolution, whine, detangle, rewind, whine, as in drinky drinky. Those are great. Yarn Pirate is also, Yarn Pirate's working on a make-along as well with us. She's doing the magpie top. And this is a bit more progress on her magpie tendency for the craft-along. She's using Bruiser up at the top on the shoulders, and then we used to do a speckled colorway, or a speckled gradient, I should say. And she's doing one of those throwbacks with Smog as the body. Yarn Pirate, this looks so good. When you said you were going to use Bruiser for the top, I was like, oh, that'll be kind of cool. I didn't realize how good it was going to look with Smog. I am amazed with this. It's just gorgeous. I can't wait to see it blocked out. Skittles Kid. Oh, these are your paint. Oh, these are gorgeous. I love it. We've got like a pinup Sally here from Nightmare Before Christmas. We've got Zero right here. Oh, it's great. We've got a Jack. Oh. Then here's the other half with Sally. This is the perfect time for these. These are painted too. What kind of medium did you use? Are they acrylic? And then we have a Coraline. We have Coraline yarn. This makes me happy. This is such a sweet picture. I love it. Love her smile. I love the cat's face. That's the best part. I'm glad you did the yellow at the top too, Bubbles. It's perfection. Or that Yarn Pirate did. JK, after the broken needle drama, I finished the yoke and set up the sleeves today. Yeah, so JK's been working on the Fossil Frenzy as well, and she got just to the point where she's ready to switch off, and one of her needles exploded, which sucks. I hope your finger's okay. You did split, which is exciting. This looks great. Cannot wait to see what it's going to look like with the color work in it. And now you're just adoring this little bat you're making from handspun of camel silk and merino. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Like you're making a legit bat. So beautiful. Jeez, you're just so talented. It looks so squishy, JK. I love that color. And some kitty sibling love. Oh, I love kitty sibling love. Also, outside looks really beautiful. I like that there's a spinning wheel in the background. That's nice. JB, a poop weekend leads to this. Using this mini startitis to help cope with not only getting sick, but the passing of a friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. You'll knit all the things. You know what? When I get sad, I like to create. So I feel you on this one. Seriously, this is the healthiest way to do it. And you got a Pathfinder book in the background, so you can't go wrong. Ooh, I really like this one in the middle. JK, the stash in all its glory. Oh, that's amazing. I have no words. These colors down here in the corner are gorgeous. There's so much. And then you've got your fiber. Yes. This is a fiber artist's dream. Hey, look, I see Boss Kitty yarn. Andy the Nitress, this is all from my brain and my most favorite sweater. What? This is gorgeous. You get some confetti, girl. Oh my gosh. And I love your makeup to go with it. It looks so good. So you just completely made this out of nowhere from your brain. I love the stripes. You got the Beetlejuice logo is perfect. It's placed just right. Oh my gosh, everything about this is perfection. What a great thing to end on too. What? Stash bash. One of these days, you guys, we should have like a stash swap maybe. I think we've done it once before. We should do it again. BK in the middle. That's a personal store. You guys, what a great evening. I had so much fun with you. Remember that we are releasing the boxed set, the Toil and Trouble box set, for patrons this Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It will be available for 2 days just for them. So make sure if you really want one, make sure you head over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up right now so that you can join us for our early release party that we always do. It's a lot of fun. If you're not a patron, that's totally okay. You can still get your hands on a set. They go on sale to the public Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So technically 47 hours, but still. If you're not a patron and I won't see you on Friday, I hope to see you on Monday. We are always here Mondays and Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, to chat with you, to hang out. You're going to get to watch this whole area become spookier and spookier as we get into October. It's my favorite time of year. You guys are so talented and so wonderful, and I'm always so thrilled to hang out with all of you. Have a wonderful weekend. Do something spectacular. TK says hi and bye. You guys got a hand. That's amazing. We love you all, and as always, my loves, happy crafting. Good night.